Good morning. It's turned out nice again. Motherfucker, it hasn't because it's pitch black. Let's have a look. What time is it? Oh, it's approaching 7 a.m. I've just woke up. Can you tell? Well, I say just woke up. I've been awake about an hour. I've just come down, but I got myself a nice cup of coffee. Oh, did I not stir? Yeah, I did actually. Oh, it doesn't taste very sweet. I use sucralose. It's 600 times sweeter than sugar, but 0 calories. Faffed around for years trying to find a nice sweetener. Tried everything, but sucralose is the one for me. Just saying. To the regiment. I need to wake up. Anyway, so if you're new to my channel, this is my morning briefing. There won't be anything exciting in this video. I don't think there's anything exciting in any of my videos, to be honest with you. The morning briefing is basically where I tell people what the schedule is for the day, because I do it in the morning and I'm briefing people. And I do my acknowledgements to thank the people that have bought me a coffee or, bought me a beer or whatever, you know what I mean? Without my peoples, my life would be a lot more difficult, trust me. And then we just have a natter, basically just like a little catch up with the community, Can you hear the wind now? It's really, really windy outside. Remy's down there, my rescue dog. He's a bit scared. He was abandoned when he was a puppy. He was dumped in a street bin. And it's windy. So the shutters, when we've been in Spain, you have shutters on your windows and that, and they're rattling and stuff. And he's in his bed and he gets a bit scared, does Remy. If it's not cushions, look at this. So my chick recently moved in with me. I've been on my own for a few years, always in a relationship, previously, long term. Since I was at school, I've always had long-term relationships, never one for 2 months, 3 months and stuff like that. Then when you come out of one, you might have to date a few people, you know what I mean? But now, it's been a bit different because I'm used to being on my own with Remy, do you know what I mean? And there's pros and cons with that. And even though I was on my own for a few years, there was always a bird knocking around, you know what I mean? Because you're trying to find the new love of your life. I'm on an hat trick now. And things have changed a little bit because now I've got all these cushions and shit, you know what I mean? There used to be 2 cushions on here, and one of them was only to put my dinner on. What else? Can you hear the wind? Can you hear the wind? Remy's down there going. He's looking at that window, looking at that front door. So how you doing, guys? You all right? Where's my cup gone? So, live stream today. There will be a live stream today. And it'll be at 6:30 p.m. UK time. I'm an hour ahead, so that's obviously 7:30 for me, right? So 6:30. If I start a stream at 8, I think it's a bit too late. If I start a stream at 7, it's maybe too early. So I'm doing a compromise tonight, all right? I enjoy the streams. We had a great stream last night. It was really, really funny. And in a minute, I'll give my acknowledgements to the people that supported me on them. I do like the live streams, to be honest with you, because it gets me a chance to catch up with people and see how people are doing, because I know some people have got some shit going on. Which brings me to, if you've emailed me recently and I haven't replied yet, I've always, for decades, struggled with emails because I get a lot of them, and it's even worse now. And what I mean by worse is worse in terms of pressure, because I genuinely do reply to everyone. My advice to you is, if you email me, please follow up that email. Don't think you're being rude. just send like a new reply to your own email and say, don't, just a reminder, pal. Because what happens is I think, oh, I'll get to that when I finish. And then by the end of the day, more emails might have come in, and it pushes it down. And then before you know it, I forgot. So please, if you do email me, always respond. Just keep, I don't care if you do that every day for a week. Just keep saying, just reminding Doug, just reminding Doug. Because I want to go, oh, for fuck's sake, I haven't done that, and then deal with it. Most of the time, it's because I don't want to rush a reply off to you. If someone sends you a long email about how they are or, how their health is or something, I don't want to reply and go, wishing you all the best, YNWA. You need to put a bit of art into it, I think. Genuine, you know what I mean? Like, read it, see what people are saying and stuff. But I've got to admit, I've sort of got into like a territory where I'm struggling to reply to comments and emails and stuff. And I don't know. Facebook Messenger, I don't have notifications on for Facebook Messenger. I don't even answer my own family, to be honest. To be honest with you, I always answer on Revolut, though. Just saying, the link's in the video description. No, Revolut's a really cool messaging app, actually. You can't do that on PayPal or Monzo or out like that, which is a shame, because if you do have a Revolut account and you buy me a beer or whatever, I can reply instantly. I like to do that. And Monzo, you can't do it. And PayPal, Charlotte deals with PayPal, so it's a bit of a nightmare, really. What I mean by nightmare is I like to, imagine someone saying, get yourself a few beers Saturday, don't mate, and you can't reply to them. I hate that. But I reply through this. This is where, I do the morning briefings, really. So, one thing I will say is I did a couple of videos just before last night's stream. So I went live at 7 my time, and at 6:20 I started recording 2 videos that I wanted to get out. And I felt like I let you down last night. I know, people have commented saying, don't be stupid, you know what I mean? But I did. I didn't think they were very good videos, to be honest. There's a number of reasons for that. One, I was sat in here. I prefer to be at my workstation, if you like. And then I did, a breakdown of an exclusive, and I had to read it from my phone. I didn't have my tablet. So, I don't know. The reason that happened, and I'm going to change this, is on Wednesdays I go and see my friends play football. And that starts at midday. So you're there till about 2 o'clock. And it's down in the resort, which is another town from where I live, so it's about 15 minutes away. It's not it's not a bad driver out. But you finish at, say, 2, and my chick finishes work at 3:30, and she works down there in that town. So I kind of thought, is there any really, any point going home just to come back down again? So I stayed with my friend and his missus. We just had a coffee. We were at the football, then we crossed over the road to another cafe and just had a coffee and a catch up there, really. Just killed a bit of time. It was nice, but that meant that by the time I got home, it was a bit late, really. So, and yesterday I said, I'll do the videos in the morning and then I'll do some in the afternoon. I think what I'm going to do is next Wednesday, just not do that. I think I'll just say I'll catch up with you in the evening stream or something like that, I've always found it difficult to be motivated in an afternoon. I can work right through, so I can start at 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever, and I can work all day, all afternoon, into the evening until I go to bed. That's not a problem. What I mean is to start in the afternoon. So I did my morning briefing yesterday, but to actually start making videos at, 6:20 is just like, nah. I always think, it's too tired or something, So I do apologise. Didn't enjoy that coffee. So Liverpool won. Thank fuck. I don't know about you, but after a win, it gives you that little bit of encouragement, doesn't it? You know, and then you think to yourself, well, I thought, well, I wonder if that's it now. You know, I wonder if we'll build on that. But there's part of me resisting, going, well, I didn't think Marseille were that great. It's not the Premier League. But wouldn't it be nice if we could just, you know, string a few, just have some positivity, really. It's funny because you have all the Alonso, and then you'll win that game like last night. And then today, you'll get the people that don't want Alonso going, well, the slot's going nowhere now, or because you won one game. It's so funny how people's like mindset can change as a result of one defeat or one loss. Like one defeat, it's panic again, a victory and everything's all right. I don't flip-flop. I don't know about you. But listen, we won, right? And, you know, wow. Imagine if we went through a season where we were disappointed. You know, the injuries, we've had long-term injuries to Isak, for example. And then imagine if you went into Champions League after all the Alonso chatter and then fucking won it or something. Football's crazy, guys, isn't it? It's mental, isn't it? There was the press conference the other day where that journalist asked him about Alonso. It was quite disrespectful, wasn't it? I look at it different ways. There's part of me that finds it funny. Like funny as in, like, not belittling the manager, but funny as in, can't believe someone fucking asked that question. Do you know what I mean? Like, because he'd said, didn't he, what about the speculation about Alonso for your job or whatever. There's part of me that thinks, fucking hell, as if he asked that. And there's part of me that thinks, you fucking disrespectful prick. And then there's part of me that thinks, well, hang on a minute. We constantly, you know, criticise journalists for not asking the questions we want answering. You know, basically we criticise them for towing the line. Yeah, and then we get one that doesn't toe the line, and everyone's angry. But it's still your manager, isn't it? Like, it is disrespectful. There's those three different things. Like I say, well, at least someone asked a fucking question for once. Disrespectful and funny, but for me, I think I would pick disrespectful out. You know, it's not nice that. I don't like bullying. It wasn't bullying. But in life, I'm that kind of person. I don't like bullying. And, you know, when someone's down or under pressure, you know, not good, is it? So, still asleep. Sorry. Shall I check my, what is it? Oh, there was something I wanted to read to you, actually. Very brief. I just saw it on social media. Liverpool were the English club with the highest revenue last season, in new figures released by the Deloitte Football Money League. Total revenues of €836 million sees them out in front in the Premier League. Commercial revenue grew by 7% in part through summer events at Anfield. First of all, that's a Liverpool-based journalist quoting euros. Can they not just put into Google and say what's €836 million in pounds? Because there'll be a lot of people don't fucking know what that is. Even I don't know what that is. Alexa, what's €836 million in UK pounds sterling?
From currency.today. €376 million.
Whoa, Alexa, stop.
76 million.
Alexa, stop. I didn't even say that, did I? Someone rewatched the video back and asked me if I said that. Alexa, what is €836 million in pounds?
€836 million is 727,880,000.
727 million pounds. Yeah. Now, what you don't realise in the background just then was my chick just put her face up against the glass door to the lounge and went. Now, when I came downstairs, I said, I'll message you when I've finished. So why is she looking through the glass in that door? If I was her, I'd take her face away from that door. Seriously. Oh, actually, maybe she was, you know, seeing if I wanted a cup of tea or coffee or something. Now she's set Remy off. Right. I'm just going to still pause and take my empty cup to the kitchen and go, is there something you wanted? Because now I've got Remy going, be right back. I'm back. I said, what are you looking through the door for? I told you I would message you when I finish recording my video. And she went, but I won't have time, to do your chicken. I had to come down, right? And I went, yeah. Well, why could you not just discreetly gone round the corner to your kitchen? And she went, I just wanted to see you. And then I felt bad because I was I won't have time to do your chicken. So basically, she's cooking me a whole chicken before she goes to work, so that around lunchtime, I've got the whole chicken to get stuck into. I won't eat the whole chicken, but you know what I mean? I like chicken. Do you like chicken? I like chicken. It's very off-putting. You know when you make a video, right? Well, maybe you don't, but when you record a video like this and in the corner of your eye, you see someone or something, you become very conscious, self-conscious, right? Do you know what I mean? Imagine if I was talking about Fabrizio Romano going, Mo Salah, and I'd be like, because you think, oh shit, like, stay away, leave me alone, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's lovely that you've got up to cook me a chicken, but now the dog's unsettled, you know what I mean? This is what I'm not used to this. Me and Remy would just be chilling in here now. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong, there's certain perks to having a chick share a bed with you. You know what I'm saying? But I can take care of my own business regardless. Right, let's have a look. So what did you think about that then? A lot of money, that, innit? Serious business. Money, money, money. That's all it's about. Money, 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 money. Oh, look. Oh, my mate's commented from Thailand on my photos from football. He's put, you're getting very good at this, Duncan. Because I got my photos, look, from yesterday, look. These are the photos that I took. And I was using some new settings. Oh, look at this, look. I want to show you this. You see my mate, Dave, look, Everton fan. See the old boy shoving him, there was a free kick. And he shoved him and kicked him. Look at him kicking back, look. No, he kicked ball at him. Look at his face. This is why I wouldn't play. They take it too serious. Look at his hand, look. I'm sure he's got his fists clenched there. He has, look at this one, look. Look at this. Look at his hand. Fully grown men arguing. Dear me. Look. Come on then. Want it? Do you want some? I took all these photos yesterday and I really enjoy it. I do really enjoy it, guys. Yeah, it'd be nice to make a few bob out of it, but I'm not going to, and that's not my objective. But quite a bit's been invested into it. I'm setting up a little website to put all my photos on. We had a recent game. I was going to say recently. We had a recent game recently. We had a game recently, and the match referee messaged me after the game. Said, "You've got any photos of me?" I said, "Yeah, I'll have a look." And then he messaged me yesterday going, "Have you got them photos?" I'm like, "Fuck off." Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to work. And I've got referees, trying to get... But then I thought to myself, that if I piss him off and don't give him on the reverse fixture or whatever, or next time he takes... No, not the reverse fixture, because he wouldn't necessarily be that team. But, the next time he officiates one of our games, he'll be like, that fucking cunt never gave me them pictures. Penalty! Do you know what I mean? So I need to look after him, don't I? Is that influencing things? Good. Okay. I did put some of them on Instagram at Duncan Oldham if you're slightly interested. I like this one. I do like this picture here, though. I do like that. So I used Wednesday to practice. I got a new lens yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but I tried a new lens yesterday that Niall sorted for me. My friend is one of my viewers. He has been exceptionally supportive of me and with the channel, and also, you know, being a pal. Do you know what I mean? And he's helped me with my gear. You know, like he's got me the lens, for example. And so yesterday he was like, go and try that lens. You know, when I put the pictures on last night, he wanted to see, do you know what I mean? Like how I'd done with it and that. And I think he liked them. I'm sure it'll be in the comment section on here. And what I do is, so yesterday, like on a Wednesday, the camera's new to me, right? So I'm a complete novice. And, you know, I've got Dave, my AI assistant, to give me all the right settings for stuff. And I'm learning it. It's a wealth of information to take in. And so yesterday I had new settings that Dave would give me. And it took me probably about an hour yesterday morning, sat here, you know, configuring the camera to what Dave said I should have it on, and trying this new 50mm lens, which was that, you know, the one of the goalkeeper that was like on his arse in goal, that was that lens. So it's perfect for like goal mouth action and celebrations and things. So on a Wednesday, I try stuff out on a Wednesday, you know, when my mate's playing football. And then on Sunday this weekend, well, I'll get to that in a minute. On Sunday, or when we next play, then I will, you know, you're at the stadium then, you know, with a lot of people watching and that, and you just want to get it right. So I use the Wednesday to practice and then put it into action on you know, at the stadium, if you like. And I'm going to have 2 cameras soon. I'm going to have like one on that side, one with the big lens and one with the little, yes, oh, it's taking it very seriously, you know. I like it, I do, I really like it. I'd like to expand a bit further than football as well. I don't mean weddings, or like, I'm not working for a fucking living. I just mean maybe other sporting events. And I was thinking about going and watching, you know, the what they're called, you know, the feminine team here, the ladies, and maybe the kids, you know, because we've got a lot of teams at the club. And, well, even my chick's own son plays for our arch rivals. So I might go and take some pictures of him, because that'd be nice for him and his mum and his grandparents and his dad and people like that, wouldn't it, maybe? You know, I do want to go, you know, that place where I was at yesterday, when my mates play football on a Wednesday, that's where the kids play and that's where the ladies play and things. But I'm not really comfortable about going taking pictures of the kids, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if I go down there, some people will recognise me anyway, but, you know, if I say to the coach, where they say, oh, you know, I'm with the club, I'm taking these pictures for the club, not for my social media or anything, I wouldn't put them on my social media, but I have a shared folder with the club, and after every game, I upload them, and they go to Valencia, and then the media team decide which photos to use. So I think it would be good for the club, but not just a bit, do you know what I mean? Like kids and that, it's like, who's that? You know, 50-year-old bloke taking pictures of kids kind of things. If it was at the stadium, everyone knows me. At this training ground, if you like, or these facilities, I don't know if the manager of the well, actually one of them does know me. Guys, there's so many different teams and coaches, do you know what I mean? And for example, I saw this yesterday. Right, so these are the fixtures from the 22nd to the 25th. So from today, look, right? They're all different levels of the team, look. Oh, shit. Let's try again. Academy. Look at all these different ones. Infantile B. Benjamin. Academy. Look at all them. Can you see all those different games, you know? So there's a lot of people involved. If I go down there and say, oh, you know, I'm with the club, I'm doing it, but hey, cool, nice one, you know, so, I don't know. Anyway, so my team, the seniors, obviously the men's, our game's on Sunday at 12. But let's just say the people at the top of the club contacted me yesterday. and because I'm the supporters liaison officer and also like an advisor to the board on certain issues, right? I've got 30 years fucking experience, of working with football fans and media, right? So to them, I'm an asset, and they've seen the enthusiasm that I've put in with CF Benidorm Talk. Please look it up on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, right? And they've kind of invited me into the family, which is really, really nice, right? Because they've got someone that's really passionate, really wants the club to grow, and not wanting financial gain. So I'm not going up to them saying, I've done all this week. Any chance of a few bob? I'm going up there saying, I don't want money off you, right? So there's things here that I've bought, to assist and, the club, but I've never gone to them and said, well, I've actually spent this, can I have that? So I'm not like that, so they know that I'm a good egg, so I think they see me as an asset. So they contacted me last night, and, they gave me a message and they said, I can't even say that really. There's just a bit of, what I'm going to say to you, they haven't confirmed this weekend's fixture yet, right? Now, usually fixtures get confirmed on a Monday, Tuesday for that weekend ahead. That's how it works at this level in Spain, because of the logistics involved. The clubs have up until midnight on a Monday to arrange and confirm, like the venue, the time, and things like that. There's a preliminary fixture, so if you were to look at the league, all our teams' fixtures, they're all there, home and away for the rest of the season, but they very rarely stay like that. They get changed, right? But this week, bearing in mind it's Thursday, the club haven't confirmed it yet. So I can't go into details as to why that is. I know why that is. But, so it's like, I've just basically told everyone to look for an announcement, on Thursday sort of thing. So there's just a few things that are being dealt with, and the club trusts me immensely. And rightly so as well, because I spend hours every day answering questions from fans, helping the club. Yesterday I signed up a local business. A friend of mine's got a very popular cafe stroke bar here, which is the British. And the club wants to grow its supporters with the British, because the British spend money and the British are very passionate about football. We go home and away in winter, freezing cold up into the mountains, and there'll be 6 or 7 of us at an away game, but we'll all be British. There'll be no Spanish at an away game like that. We're very committed, the British, to the football, And I don't want you to feel put out by that if you're Irish or American, Canadian, Norwegian, whatever, because I can only talk about the experiences of the people here. We have Germans that go. We're multinational, right? So, but the British love the fucking football, right? And we're stupid. We'll go anywhere, and they're trying to grow that. And there's a couple of they want to get some British businesses on side in the resort, and my mate runs a very, very popular one, which I think would be an asset to the club. So I've dealt with that yesterday, and it's a case of I go to them and say, what can the club do for you? This is what you can do for the club. Put them two together, right? I do not benefit in any way, shape or form, but it enables them to work together. So I'm going to go to the board and I'm going to say, this is what I think you should offer this business, and this is the reasons why, right? And then I'm going to say to that business, my friend, we need you to do this. Do you know what I mean, guys? Clever business, really. That's how business should be, is having friendships and relationships, not exploiting and just trying to make money out of everybody. Just a bit of old school partnership, if you like. And the lad's he's a football nut as well. So that's perfect. And this is one of the reasons I always say to the club, this is why you need to get the lad on board. He's a football nut. He's got, huge social media following. He's very popular with the Brits. Get him involved. It's between, you two, work it out kind of thing. So, I'm not sure what's going to happen at the moment with the weekend. So, shall we look at the acknowledgements? Okay, so we're going to go through first the super chats. Super chats are, these are from yesterday's live stream. So we had a live stream ahead of the game last night, and the live stream was supported by the following people. And I just want you to know, to realise, I don't clickbait on my channel. I don't publish endless amount of videos, capitalise on trending topics, mislead, tell you things that in my head, you know, I think there's a lot of people on YouTube that do Liverpool channels that'll tell you about the latest player being linked, even though they know it's a load of bullshit. I won't do that, you know. So I try to do things right, and in return, I say to people, if you're in a position to support me, get me a super chat, super thanks, channel membership, get me a beer, whatever. Thumbs up my video, comment me, right? You work with me and I work with you. That's how we do things here. So these people really, really help me, right? And if you enjoy my channel, they really make this channel happen, right? So like when you see these people, you should think, yeah, that's a good supporter of Dunks there, you know what I mean? But you don't have to be a financial supporter to be a supporter of mine. If you watch my videos, if you thumbs up my videos, if you comment, if you interact with the channel, you are one of my peoples, right? We're in this together, right? Wednesday's stream was supported by Niall, William Cahill, you will have heard all of these names before, Dave Clitheroe, Danny McCrossan, Mark the Legend, Sean Fullard, John Conway, Jan, Sean O'Neill, Nicholas, that's Nicholas Baseka, Chris, Martin, Ruby, David Coleman, Sean Pennington, Sean Fullard, Copites of Anfield, Gareth, and Alexander Cameron. All of those names you'll hear on here every now and then, some every day, you know, people like Niall and Mark the Legend, you know, always in there. Nicholas is back with us now, having been away for a little bit. Not in prison. Well, I don't think he's been in prison. He's a very nice guy. Right, so they're the live stream. They're the people that supported the live stream. She's putting me chicken in now. I feel a bit bad now. I went in the kitchen like a madman. I said, what are you fucking doing looking through the window for? I'm like fucking trying to, you know what I mean? She was, well, I wanted to see you. I went, yeah, all right, that's cool, but could you not just, like, I told you I'd message you when I finish. Well, your chicken won't be ready if I don't put it up here. No wonder I've been on my own for a few years, is there? Right. Now, these are super thanks, right? Super thanks. This is the love art under the video. If you click on it, you can get a super thanks and get a super shout out like this. FN agent, channel member as well. He's got a football next to his name. They're my channel members. They're my peoples. Squad. Squad, as Rafa Benitez would say. Squad. I'm just focused on Trinity. Squad. For sure. FN agent, 6 hours ago, that was 1:39 in the morning. He says, this dunk. So this was the review of another exclusive yesterday by Indie. This dunk saw someone for the first time mention marker and was like, what? And it was spin and from a known outlet. Yes, even Fabrizio Romano, Mo Salah, even he spun some summit from marker. Should know better. Things we've all spoken about months ago, he said with a laughing emoji. These guys need to up their game if they are going to get their info. All from a guy in Spain chilling by his pool. Couldn't make it up, mate. They are literally following marker because of you. And a laughing emoji. I'm done. I've done Superstar. At least we won tonight. Yeah. Then he's giving me a little salute. Squad. Agent's cool as fuck. I like Agent. Well, I like everyone, but everyone's got something different about him, is what I mean. And the reason I say I like Agent is cool as fuck because, you know, he's in a different time zone, right? So I like people that put effort in to come and see us. Gareth Turner, Copites of Anfield, channel member, squad. Love these long morning briefings, bro. Thanks for the shout out. You do need to protect your content from poachers, except me. He's put a laughing emoji. Also, I hope we do have a Cop Talk get together this year. Love you, bro. Because I met Gareth at a Cop Talk get together, not last December, the one before. And he's just so fucking cool. We were talking about it on the stream last night. Someone said, I think it was Cal, said, will you be doing a Cop Talk get together this year? I'd like to. Didn't do one in December last year because I just couldn't afford it really, because I've got to get a flight there and a flight back, obviously. Hotel, you need 2 nights really. one night you're fucked, especially if you've been on piss with you lot. Now I've got to get my son there, you know, from Nottingham. It's just expensive, really. And I did go over to Birmingham, ironically, to that very hotel next door to where we have or had the Cop Talk get together. And I went in December, and that was better, but I was unwell then as well. So I couldn't have done it twice in 1 month. But the Cop Talk get together, you know, it was brilliant because it enabled me to meet people that supported me on here. And then for me to go, right, I'll get everyone drinks and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it was just really cool. I'd love to do it again. Mark the Legend. Da-da. Channel member, Swad. Mark, my boy Mark. Thanks, Dunk. Nothing beats a morning briefing video. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Niall, again. Niall's in there. He says thanks. He's in there a couple of times, really. And that's it on the super thanks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Only four. But they supported me, and that's cool as fuck. So thank you, guys. I appreciate you. I don't think there was any PayPal or Monzo. If there was and I've missed you out, please let me know. I got a feeling there might be a PayPal, but Charlotte, let me see if my daughter messaged me. She messaged me yesterday saying, can we come out? Would you be okay with us coming over in August? No. What sort of a question is that, you fucking moron? That means I get to see my daughter and my grandson and a partner. He's cool as fuck, is Jake. I like him. Right, okay. See, someone's contacted Charlotte. She sent me a screenshot. We specialise in display banners and pay on a CPM basis with the budget paid in full once the campaign begins. Would this model work for you? In other words, they want to advertise once every 24 hours for each unique user. Please, I don't do advertising. I don't want advertising on my website. There's been times when I've had to take advertising. If you look on coptalk.com on the front page, bottom right corner, there's an advert there from a company that tried to screw me over as well. They agreed a price and then didn't pay for ages, and then tried to renegotiate the price. You remember I spoke about it. Do you remember I bought a domain name with their company name on, and they soon fucking paid. But there's times when, you know, like, especially in February. February's my worst month of the year, right? Well, it's my mum's anniversary for one, which is coming up on the 7th. Hang on, what day does that fall on? Oh, 7th. Oh, that's good, really, because that means I can chill a little bit on the side. I mean, I won't treat it differently to any other day, but I think if it had fell during the week, I might be a bit off with my videos and that, so. What was I talking about? February. Yeah, February's been, you know, traditionally it's a bad month, you know, like revenue-wise, terrible. I don't just mean like on here. I mean like on Cop Talk over years. February's just been a month that, you know, I've always struggled really. It's the worst month of the year. You've got August, which is the best month of the year for obvious reasons, and February, which is the worst month of the year. There's been times in February when I've, for years, thought I'm not going to survive the month. I'm going to go under, you know, because if you don't meet a certain threshold each month, there's not enough money to pay everything. And in February, it doesn't really do that. So, and how it works is August is your great month. So in September, you get that revenue. So in theory, September is the best month of the year, but it's because of what you generated in August, right? So therefore, February, worst month of the year, which means in March, you get fuck all. And to be honest with you, March is the second worst month of the year. So winter's always shit, as you can imagine. And then, you know, February, March months are dreadful. I tell you now, if we had August revenue every month of the year, fuck me, man, it'd be amazing. It really would. But I don't know how I could make things better for you, because even if I had 50 grand a month coming in, or fucking, I don't know, an extra 500 coming in a month, I don't really know how I could make things better for you, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to be, like, even if I won the Euro Millions, well, when I win the Euro Millions, if I had 100 million in bank, I'd still be sat here doing this. I wouldn't change like that. What I'd probably do if I had a lot more revenue is I'd probably create a big piss takes like studio like Sky Sports and just sit there with Remy in his bed, do you know what I mean? All right, guys, how's it going? You know what I mean? And then have the camera coming down, you know what I mean? And just be sat there. I'd do that. No, I think if I had additional revenue, I would employ people to help me, you know. If there'd have been more of me over the years, fuck me, would have been laughing. But maybe that would take away the specialness then. Because you've got to understand that a lot of these big fan websites, if you like, and the like, and YouTube channels, they're run like proper businesses. I mean, you can always tell if there's a lot of revenue involved, because in the profile, they'll have an email address that says business, email us here, you know, or email our marketing director on a fan account, do you know what I mean? Yeah, don't underestimate some of these people. That some of them have got, you wouldn't believe how much money some of these people are making, and that influences their decision making and opinions, right? Trust me by that. To be truly independent, right? You don't take money or influence, commissions or anything from people that you are supposed to be not judging but covering, reporting about, you know. So for example, if I ran a CF Benidorm YouTube channel and I'm giving you like, this is what I think, but each month I'm benefiting financially from that, am I really going to piss them off? Or am I going to tell you what's all warm, positive things, you know? So, and the thing is, if you're independent and unofficial, that's when they tend to not like you, because you're a pain in their ass, aren't you? You know, and I've had a mixed relationship with the club over the years, to be honest. They've wanted me to work with them. I have worked with them at times. But I remember right back in the day, they also threatened to take me to court as well. And I wrote back and said, please do, the publicity would be amazing. But what you have to understand, it's not the club, it's individuals at a club. You know what I mean? So anyway, I don't even know what we're talking about, to be honest with you. February, shit month. Oh yeah, these people are amazing. So about them, do you know what? I remember last year, this is how things are amazing on here. So last February, someone came, you know, I received like a contribution or something, maybe say 100 quid or something like that. Just flashed up on my phone, like went into your Revolut or something like that. I don't even know if I had Revolut back then, PayPal, whatever. And I just got a little note saying, I know February's, difficult month, don't keep going, brother. And I'd not mentioned it. Like if I did like mention this today, in like, let's say it's the 16th of February now, and I mention it today, someone might do that, right? But this was just out of the blue. Like someone had obviously was aware of what, you know, over the years, what it's like. And that's the kind of people that I have here, you know, that look after us and everything. It's amazing. And I say look after us because if they look after me, I'm doing more for you, and we just have a great community from it. And I'm not going to go into it, but I got an email from someone that's very unwell. Two people actually, very, very unwell. Not a cold, very, very unwell. And, they messaged me in the last couple of days, and they tell me that the videos help them and stuff. I don't know why, but people say that sometimes, you know, so. Also, before I move on, where's my inbox? I just want to see if this message has been read. Oh, wrong account, 1 second. Got to sort, here we go. Glenn. Glenn, if you're watching, please touch base with me. He's had some serious illness, and on Christmas Day, I chased him up. Well, I messaged him over Christmas, and he said he was having tests. I won't go into it further. That was last I heard of him, 25th of December. And I messaged him on the 14th of January to see how he's doing, and he's not got back to me, and stuff like that bothers me. So, Glenn, if you're watching, pal, let me know how you're doing, all right? Okay, guys, let's continue with the acknowledgements. So we've done the super chats, we've done the super thanks. I don't think there's anything on PayPal or Monzo. If there was, and I've somehow missed you out, please let me know. It's imperative that I acknowledge you. Even if you're not bothered, it's important to me. And then we have Revolut. My beer kitty. Revolut's my beer kitty. So there's 3 links in the video description. They're all good. They're all fantastic, as Brendan Rodgers would say. But my Revolut's my beer kitty for a Saturday. That's when I get to the end of the week. I do my live stream on a Saturday, for example, maybe. Then I go, do you know what? I'm off for a fucking beer. You know, I'm really looking forward to this Saturday. Last Saturday worked great, to be honest with you, because my missus worked very well. And she deserves, you know, a bit of relaxation as well. Okay, let's have a look at Revolut. Let's see. It gets a bit confusing, so there's a few screens I have to check. I haven't replied to some people. I must reply to them. Obviously, Niall's going to be in there. Niall's my boy. He looks after me big time. It's a massive help on this channel. Massive. I was telling my auntie about Niall the other day. My auntie has been very, very unwell. She was taken into hospital on Friday, I think it was. Home now, but she never told me. And my family was saying to her, have you told Duncan? And she was like, I'm not telling Duncan, because if he knows what's going on, he'll get on a plane and come over here. So she protected me. And my aunt is my mum's sister, and she actually said to me, my auntie, when I spoke to her a couple of days ago and yesterday, she said, I didn't tell you, love, because she said, I know I've taken over your role of your mum, and I don't want to worry you. You know, I'm there to protect you, kind of thing. You're not there to protect me. Well, I am. So my auntie's been quite unwell. She's at home at the moment. And I was telling her about Niall, you know, because she asked me, you know, how's things, how's stuff doing? And I said about my photography, and I said my mate Niall's just got me a lens for my camera and that, you know. So she's just like, there's some lovely people out there. My cousin, her daughter, was paralysed, suddenly paralysed many years ago. Liverpool fan, very sporty, ran for county, swam for county, women's captain of the women's football team, and she got a belly button pierced, as young girls do sometimes, or young women do, and she ended up paralysed from the waist down. And she spent 2 years, I think it was, in hospital. And my members, my Cup Talk members, and people from all over the world sent my cousin so many things. Like, someone bought her a laptop, right? So we're going back years now, guys, to when laptops were a lot more expensive than they are now, right? They bought a laptop. Someone sent a Liverpool flag, huge Liverpool flag that draped over a bed, covered the whole bed. You wouldn't be allowed that now because of health and safety. You know, she had that in a room. It was a period when you didn't really have mobile phones and things like that. So people sent DVDs. Like, people, you know, I wasn't doing the videos or anything, I don't think, like that. But I had the members' website, wrote editorials, told people what was going on. And they sent DVDs from all over the world because they knew she was in hospital for a couple of years. These are Liverpool fans. This is what I'm saying about people. Sent DVDs in movies because she was in hospital. So she'd put a DVD in the laptop to watch a film. So, you know, stuff like that. And my auntie and uncle really struggled. You can imagine being in an hospital all that time with your daughter. And some of you be able to relate to it, because I know some of you have had some shit too. And they nearly lost everything, my auntie and uncle. And they'd always, we were brought up, because we'd come, you know, from fuck all, my family. 4 council estates I lived on when I was a kid with my mum, was a single parent. We had an house, So you were brought up, it was drilled into you, vote Labour, they'll look after you, that kind of thing. And my auntie and uncle worked all their lives, and when they needed help, Labour were in power when this happened. They got no help whatsoever. And they've always said they'd never vote for them again because they felt really let down. I don't want to get into politics and shit, but, you know, Labour's supposed to help you. That's how it was back in the day anyway. And, yeah, they nearly lost everything. You know, they couldn't afford to pay the mortgage on their house and stuff like that. And my Cop Talk VIP members paid my auntie and uncle's mortgage for 1 year to help them. They managed to save their house. Nobody asked them to do that. You know, it was just them. And also Paddy Power, you know, Paddy Power, Paddy Power himself rang me. And I can't remember, to be honest with you, I can't remember if he donated 500 or 1,000 euros or pounds at the time, I can't remember. Because they'd made a gaffe on something and Liverpool fans were complaining about a bet that Paddy Power never honoured, right? Lots of us had found this bet on the Paddy Power website and we all took advantage of it, right? It was like, oh, that's a really good price. And then everyone's bets got cancelled and I wrote an editorial about it and saying, well, you know, Paddy Power have fucked us all over kind of thing. And then Paddy Power contacted me, the main man himself, and said, hey, don't, you know, blah, blah, blah. Knew about the website, Anyway, basically said, I'm going to honour everybody's bets that we cancelled. We can see that we've made a mistake and we're aware about what's happened to your cousin. And we're going to give you, I'm sure it was 1,000, you know, for my cousin to help her. Because like the local football team held, you know, charity events and things like that to help my auntie and uncle, my auntie that I'm telling you about, right? And my haters at the time were made out that she wasn't really paralysed. She didn't exist. It was all a big scam. The usual things that you could imagine low-life dregs to do in society. Anyway, so when my members found out about this, they organised like a fundraiser for my auntie and uncle. And so many of them pledged, say, like a tenner a month for a year. And they saved, my auntie and uncle managed to, you know, save their house. And my auntie and uncle have never, ever, ever stopped saying thank you. And every single time, you know, if I haven't spoke to my auntie for a while, like the other day, she was like, how is everybody at Cop Talk? How is everybody? And then she'll say, yeah, we'd have lost everything if it hadn't been for your website and them people. And my auntie always says that. And when she talks to people about what they went through, she always tells people that story, these lovely people. So my auntie's like, she gets it, you know. You won't believe how much of an influence Cop Talk has had on people's lives, you know. And again, that just shows you, you know, how amazing everybody is. And it's like when my mum died, all the members, you know, without my knowledge, and when I went to the funeral, there was like this big red and white bouquet of flowers saying from the Cop Talk VIP members, you know. Just really, really fucking good people, you know. Isn't it nice to be a good person in society? Yeah. So my auntie's always going to be close to me. She looks after me and she loves you guys. She really does. So anyway, I'm not sure how we got onto that topic. I was telling her about Niall. Yeah, I was telling her Niall, because she said, oh, you're doing loads of photos and that now at the football. I was explaining to her about, you know, my role at the club, and I said, I've found a passion I really like. And I said, I think I must have said, I'm going down trying this new lens, you know, and I said, I've got this new, and I didn't want her to think that I was like, you know, I was like, your mate bought it for me, you know. And she was like, oh, what a lovely man, you know. That's what I'm saying. She knows about what people are like, you know. And not just like buying DVDs and laptops and stuff for my cousin, for their daughter, because my cousin received messages and letters from all over the world. It was the same as when I was with my first wife. We got married at Anfield. We did all that, the Liverpool wedding at the stadium and that. And she lost a baby. And obviously that was horrendous. And when I mentioned it, like I would mention it now, wouldn't I? You know, but back then it wasn't video media. I must have mentioned it in an editorial. We got thousands of emails and letters from all over the world. You got to remember, back then there wasn't social media, so Cop Talk was a massive deal back then for Liverpool fans. You know, and there was a big folder like that, like a binder of emails from people sending the love from all over the world. It was incredible. It was incredible. Same when Rodders died. Should have seen Facebook page when I told everyone Rodders had died. Thousands of comments from people all over the world. One person replied and said, "It's just a dog, what's everyone?" It's just a dog. And then all my cop top people were like, "It's just a dog, mate, right? But look at all the messages as a result of this dog dying. When you die, none of us are going to give a fuck about you." Rodders was, listen, if you were around with Rodders, when I do my videos with my computers behind me, you'll see the picture of Rodders there. We've got Remy now, but Rodders was, he's old school. Check the comments, I bet someone says something. Right, Revolut, Niall, thank you, brother, you're a hero. I don't think there's anyone there. Let's have a look. British pounds, 0. Oh, what's this? 20th of January, was that? Oh, that's 2 days ago. That was from Nathan Y. I did that one. Danny C did that one. Rob F, they've all been done, right? So, euros. I've got a little bit in my euros for the weekend here. Oh, let's have a look. That was yesterday. I've done that one. That was Nicholas. Vidal. Yeah, no, I've done all of these. I've done all of them. So I don't think I've got any more to update you on, guys. Right, listen. I'm going to go because I can hear her moving around and she's at work in an hour and she's not been in here and, you know, I had a cup of tea or anything yet. So I need to not be selfish. Listen, I just want to thank everyone for, you know, watching this video. Even if you're here for the wrong reasons, even if you're like, yeah, let's see what he's up to. You got to remember, you know, you do get haters and that, whoever you are online, I don't care what, listen, don't worry about haters, right, fuck that. But you also get people from your life as well. So like I have, you know, people that I've had relationships with before watch my videos because they want to see what I'm doing, you know, they're not vicious or anything, but well, not to me. I was an ex-girlfriend of mine. I was in a relationship with for a few years, and we split up for 3.5 years. I think we split up, and she met someone, obviously, and she did say, well, he wasn't me. She had to come back to me, which she did. So we tried to get it on again. Didn't last because we fell out because we were talking about the past. You know, like, let's make a new go of it. And then it was like, yeah, do you remember 3 years ago? And it was like, oh, for fuck's sake, let's look forward, you know. And she said to me, she said, even when I was with him, after we'd been on a night out on a weekend, I knew you'd be doing the Saturday night stream, which we used to do on here. And she went, I used to go and sit in the bathroom and just watch you on my phone and listen to you and stuff. So she'll be out there. I miss her, actually. She's a lovely girl. But hey, life's moved on, you know what I'm saying? I'm very happy at the moment, so, and I think I will stay happy. I'll stay happy as long as you get me a beer for Saturday. Right, guys, I'm going to go. So, live stream tonight, 6:30 UK. I'm going to try and get as many videos out to you as possible today to make up for yesterday, but you know I won't make out, you know, do stuff for the sake of it. Please keep me posted on anything. Please thumbs up the video. If you'd like to support my channel, you can thumbs up the video. Even thumbsing down is supporting it. It's 1 view and 1 engagement, so whichever takes your fancy. Please drop me a comment if you're in a position to do so. I know some of you are driving or watching on TV, etc. Don't worry about it. Just drop in when you can. There's a love art. There's a love art, apparently. It's called a super thanks. All right, get clicking that to fuck, please. Let's have a good month. January. Well, we're in January, so yeah, revenue now will come in 23rd, 24th of February. I'm away then. Someone always stays in my house when I go away to look after Remy, by the way, okay? Don't put him in the kennels. And I'd never leave my house unattended. The reason I'm telling you I'm away is something always happens when I'm away with Liverpool, right? So Slot gets sacked after the Forest game, right? Because I won't be here. What else? Yeah, love art if you want to support me. Obviously, I give my shout outs to people that do that. There's links in the video description if you'd like to get me a beer or a coffee. Any of these things help me. Obviously, Revolut is my beer kitty on a Saturday. And I shit you not, on a Saturday, I look at my phone and I go, yeah, I could go for a beer. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I go, maybe it'll just be a couple. So anyway, you have a great day. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you to bits. And just remember, this is your community and I work for you, right? So if you want me to do out, you let me know. All right, guys, take it easy.